Hello, this is Ignacy from Portal Games and this is Portal Games Vlog. I'm back at the office and the plan for the episode was to talk about the amazing Essen, the best Essen in years we had. But we will have to wait for this report for the next week because we have an emergency episode. We are discussing AI, Witchhunt and Bohemians. So let's start. Guys, when I was at Essen, I saw that on Board Game Geek some people started a thread that the Bohemians Portal Games is using AI to create Bohemians, so of course I need to respond to these accusations. I decided that I will do it in 3 segments. So in the first segment I will explain super clearly our official statement on the situation. On the second part I will give a little bit of background and behind the scenes information about how we operate with the art in mind, and then the third part I will do like a commentary on a general my opinion about the AI and board games and stuff. So let's start. The official statement from Portal Games is obviously that in Bohemians, Portal Games was not using AI to create the artwork. We commissioned 3 artists, Hanna Kuik, Tomasz Jędruszek and Roman Kucharski, 3 Polish artists who did the artwork. And obviously we have all evidence, all paperwork, which is commissions, that is invoices and money transfer and wire transfer that artists were paid, and of course the correspondence with them. So it is absolutely not done by AI. We hired human artists, human beings to do the art for the game. Once again, Hanna Kuik, Tomasz Jędruszek and Roman Kucharski. And this is one part of the statement. We hired human artists to create the human art for this game because it's a game about the artist, about the work and about the artwork. The other part of the statement is that back then, a couple of months ago, I already published a blog post in which I was discussing how the game was designed in terms of the artwork. I was discussing how high I was hiring the artists, what we were doing, and in this post this few months ago I was showing concept art that were along the way when the game was created. So spoiler alert for all the people who are looking for the AI in board gaming area, AI is not doing concept art. Spoiler alert, if you're ordering artwork from Midjourney or ChatGPT or another tool that can create art, they don't do concept art, they just do final art, and we showed the concept art months ago. And the last part of the statement is that after I saw the problems in the internet, on social media, on Board Game Geek, we reached in paper, not by the call, not by the phone, not by the Skype or whatever, but we reached in paper the artist that was accused on social media, on Board Game Geek. And we have in writing his response that he has the full credibility and the full copyright for the art, and he created this art and this is not the AI, and we have it also in writing. So in terms of the hard evidence, in terms of the official statement, obviously, because it's freaking obvious, obviously we were not using AI creating artwork for this game. This is a human art. This is done by 3 Polish artists, and we have all the papers that needed. If we meet in court or any legal situation, we have the proof and the hard evidence that it is humans doing the art. And that was the part of the official statement, super boring, and I'm really embarrassed that I have to say something like that in a Polish vlog, in our vlog, in a Portal Games vlog. And this is really embarrassing to have to explain that yes, we hired the real people to create the artwork for the game about the artist. This is so stupid to start with. Now a little bit of commentary how we work at Portal Games, behind the scenes, to give you a little bit context about the company and about the Portal Games, because you might not know how we operate. The industry standard for years, forever, is that board game companies hire freelancer artists to commission the artwork. This is the industry standard, is how everybody is working, and the publisher. We here at Portal Games, we do extra mile, so we are not only hiring freelancers. For instance, for this game we hired 2 freelancers, Tomasz Jędruszek and Roman Kucharski, but we also have Hanna Kuik, the beautiful, amazing artist, Polish artist, we hired her full time here in the company, in the Portal Games. So she is working full time. She has all the benefits and premiums. She has health insurance. We care for her. She's a part of the company with all the additional, as I said, the bonuses and premiums and the holiday time and whatever else. We not only hire freelancers. One of the most awesome artists we just put in-house in the company and gave her a full-time, calm, amazing job that she doesn't have to look for the freelancing. She doesn't have to look for the next task, the next job. She just can calmly create art and working with us. And she's working with us for like 4 or 5 years already. So accusing us for using AI when we are the company who not only hires freelancers but also hires full-time in-house artists is absolutely crazy. And on top of that, and I do understand that not everyone in the internet, not everyone on Board Game Geek know all the information about Portal Games. They don't know all the background, they don't know all the behind the scenes information. But if you're criticizing somebody, if you're accusing somebody for doing wrong things, maybe you should do a little bit of the research. So let's go to the past of the many years ago, what was happening, and because it shows the DNA of the company, it shows the DNA of what I'm doing here over these 25 years working in the industry. I'll show you something. So this is, I guess you recognize, I know that the lights are not helping me here, but I guess you will recognize, and this is the Game of Thrones cover, yes? Game of Thrones cover, 2005, 8, 7, something like that. Game of Thrones cover created by Tomasz Jędruszek, Polish artist. And you may wonder how Fantasy Flight Games found about this Tomasz Jędruszek, Polish artist. They found out about him in 2003 or 4 because young Ignacy Trzewiczek was supporting his friend, young artist Tomasz Jędruszek. And before Tomasz was even speaking English, because he was just beginning to speak English, I was his sort of agent. Actually, I was just his friend. I reached personally to Fantasy Flight Games. I personally recommended Tomasz Jędruszek and started his career in the international, and he started working with FFG, and then of course he did Magic the Gathering, and he did all the other amazing games that you know and you recognize his name, Tomasz Jędruszek, one of the best artists in the industry. He started with me, helping him reaching Fantasy Flight Games at the very beginning. Here I brought a super old book for all hardcore fans of role-playing games. You might recognize is one of the most famous, legendary, iconic expansion for Warhammer role-playing game. It's called Realms of Sorcery, and if you have this in collection, but it's very rare stuff, a long time ago published, you might recognize there is two Polish artists, Radosław Gruszewicz and Tomasz Oracz, and you may wonder how Hogshead Publishing back then found out about these two young Polish artists. They found out because Ignacy, young dude from Poland, was helping them in networking, and of course I knew them because they were my friends, and I contacted Hogshead Publishing. I showed Hogshead Publishing work of these young Polish artists, and I connected them and networked them, and they had this amazing debut in this super awesome book with the artwork for Warhammer role-playing games. And this story goes on and on and on. If you look in the industry, you can see names like Maciej Janin, Grzegorz Bobrowski, Mariusz Ganzel, Tomasz Jędruszek, mentioned before, Piotr Foksowicz. All those people started with me with Portal Games, and then I was helping them in their careers. I was pushing them, I was using my networking in the industry, I was using my connections with other publishers, friendly publishers, and I was pushing these young artists from Poland to international career. So that's why I'm so, on one hand, embarrassed, and on the other hand, so pissed off that I have to explain that my company is not using AI. For the past 25 years, I was helping artists in an international career, and as I said, so many of the young artists from Poland debuted because of me and Portal Games, that we helped them and develop their careers and grow and network in the world. So once again, I'm really devastated. I have to record such a stupid vlog to explain that yes, I do respect artists. We here at Portal Games always respected artists. That I am somehow artist myself because I'm a writer. I wrote a couple of books. You might probably read some of them. I'm creating games for 20 or so years. It's really stupid to explain that. And now a commentary. So we are living in a very difficult time because of course in social media everything goes on fire very, very soon. Everyone is looking for the scandal. Everyone is looking to burn something. That's why I call this video Witchhunt, because some people love to take the torches and burn and make a scandal, make some buzz. And we will see this more and more and often. And maybe not every publisher will have, like me, such a clean history of supporting artists for years, and some other publishers may struggle with accusations, and they will have this shit slapped of them. Somebody, some random user will just write stuff on this AI art, I will not buy the game, and suddenly there is a fire, there is a witch hunt, and the game is dead. And so what we are seeing right now on the forums of Board Game Geek, you see that there is more and more comments, more and more people are saying that, oh, this is AI art, I will not buy this game, this is terrible, portal game, blah 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 blah. Absolutely disgrace and disrespect for the whole team of people working on this game. For the Hania Kuik, who was creating the cover art and the habit cards, for the Roman Kucharski, from the Tomasz Jędruszek, for the Jasper, designer of the game himself, for all the team who was working here on the game, production team and design team, Rafał Szyma and Mateusz Kopacz, who was designing all the layout and all the how the game actually looks, and the production team and the marketing team. There was an army of people working on the game, and then we have some random person who just zoom cards and get this perception that there are four fingers or whatever else, and this is clearly AIs, and they are shitting on the game without any respect to the creators and without any respect to all the people who are working super hard to create this amazing game. So I read today in the morning the recent updates on this stupid thread. I saw one of the users saying that he analyzed very deeply all the cards and all the materials in the game, and his recent investigation. So the habit cards are done by AI, the hardships are not done by AI, musers not done by AI, and solo variant done by AI. So he had this conclusion that the person who was doing habit cards and solo variant was doing AI, and the other artists were not doing AI. Sad news for the investigation. The person who was doing habits is Hania Kuik, working here with us in-house, and she's not using AI. And the person who was doing solo variant is somebody completely else that is habits, because habits Hania Kuik, solo variant Roman Kucharski, hardships Roman Kucharski, and uses Tomasz Jędruszek. So even in these super simple situations, I see it and I'm just face palming what the internet brings. So not to make this vlog any longer, the official statement at the very beginning, we at Portal Games, we had human artists, they create amazing artwork, and please don't disrespect them by saying stupid things in the internet. And for all the gamers, for all the people who are passionate about the games, be careful with these torches. You are hurting somebody's feelings, you are hurting somebody's work, you are hurting somebody's passion about the project. So before you diss on somebody, think twice, because it is super disrespectful and not very nice. Thank you for today. It was super stupid vlog. I'm so sorry that I had to record it. For those of you who are here with for the first time, usually these vlogs are funny, silly, and are much more positive. But I came from the SN and I couldn't believe what I'm reading in the Board Game Geek. So that's that. Gamers, be positive, don't disrespect other people's work, and don't start with the torches before doing any research. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and next week, next Wednesday, I'll talk all about the SN, and it was the best SN over the decade. I checked the numbers, I checked the data. For more than 10 years, we didn't have such amazing SN. I will talk about this all next week. Take care.